Hello everyone, this is Keith from the Solo Gamers Club, and welcome to the channel. This is episode 3 of our playthrough of A Touch of Evil 10-year anniversary edition, and we're going against the epic version of the Spectral Horseman. The shadow track is currently at 10, and we'll just have to see what happens. We haven't progressed as far as I would have liked. We have two characters that managed to get their upgrades. We have Lucy Hanbrook and Harlow Morgan, but we don't have many weapons, and I'm having trouble being able to gain investigation tokens. There's not much on the board, and I'm having trouble purchasing those kind of items, which we need. We've got these Barghast Hounds on the board, which move during the mystery phase, and they're kind of tough to defeat. So we'll see what happens. We're going to begin with Harlow Morgan, the inventor, and he is at the inn. There is a Barghast Hound that is pursuing him. Harlow has picked up the Book of Life, which is pretty valuable. At the start of your turns or shadow fight rounds, you can heal a wound, and then he can also discard it to fully heal. He also has a skilled hand, which was going to allow him to, once per game round, he can re-roll any die that he just rolled. He has the Entourage card and his upgrade, which is brilliant. He can draw an event card now on a movement die of 1 or 6. And he has 1 investigation. Well, Harlow has that Barghast Hound that is pursuing him, and his combat value isn't very good. He's only got a 1. So we're going to need to move him out of that hound's way and hopefully contest it with one of the other characters. So we'll begin with a movement roll for him. We'll see if we can generate some movement points and maybe move to the monastery. Here's the roll. Rolled a 6, so we've got 6 movement points. And we'll see what he wants to do with those 6 movement points. Well, Harlow already has a monastery item, so it wouldn't be very beneficial for us to go there. I think we'll try to send him to the Forgotten Island. Maybe we can find a good weapon there. He's going to move 1, 2, 3, 4, and then take the boat 5, 6 into the space with Lucy Hanbrook. All right, Harlow is at the Forgotten Island, and he's going to encounter the space. I almost forgot, he gains 1 investigation for his genius ability, so we'll add a investigation to his total. It gives him 2. As he rolled a 6 for movement, he's got his brilliant ability of his upgrade. That's going to allow him to draw an event card, and we'll see what he gets. He draws the event Intuitive Hunch. Event Spirit. Give any hero or town elder +2 spirit for the rest of the turn or showdown fight round. Or peek at the secrets of one town elder without revealing them. That is quite handy. And now Harlow will encounter the Forgotten Island, and we'll see what we get. He draws the card Enchanted Pistol, Item Gun Magic, +3 to combat. I've never seen a weapon like this. Okay, that is great. Now I'm wondering if maybe we should give that to Lucy. She has a little bit better combat ability, and I don't know, that might be useful to do it that way. She can use guns, so that's good. Maybe we'll do that. I think as another part of Harlow's action, he's going to do a exchange action, and he's going to give that to Lucy Hanbrook. All right, now we have that event card that we just received, and that would allow us to peek at the secrets of a town elder without revealing them. I think we need to do that. So we're going to play that event card, and I think we're going to look at the secrets of Reverend Harding. His special ability is he gains +2 fight dice versus vampire, ghost, or demon, and the Spectral Horseman is a ghost. So let's take a look at his secrets. His secret is Hero of the People. Reveal immediately. This town elder joins you as an ally. Place the town elder card with your hero sheet. While they are with you, you gain the special ability and may use their spirit, cunning, or honor instead of your own. Anytime the shadow track crosses into a new stage, or if you're KO'd, the elder leaves you, returning to its normal position. If the elder is not currently joined by a hero, Hero may pay 4 investigation as an action to have them join them. Okay, so we're going to reveal that now. We're not required to because we were peeking, but we have the option to reveal it if we choose to, and we're going to. So that means that Reverend Harding now is on the board, and he is supporting Harlow Morgan. All right, that is going to bring Harlow's activation to a close. We'll move on to Lucy Hanbrook. She is also at the Forgotten Island now. I think since she has that enchanted pistol, we're going to try to take out that Barghast Hound if she can reach that far. She has +1 movement for her horse. Now, she does have the Curse of the Werewolf, and she has 1 transformation token on her card already. If she ever gets 4 there, she is going to become a werewolf hero. So we need to get some healing for her, and we can acquire that. Curses can be healed at either the doctor's office or at the widow's cottage on the coast board, so we might have to maybe go there first. There is a Barghast Hound there as well. So we'll make a roll for her and see what she gets. Her movement value is +1. She rolls a 5, and that'll be modified to a 6, so she has 6 movement points. And I think she's going to head for the coast board. She's going to go to the beach and confront that Barghast Hound. So it'll cost her 2 by boat to move to the south dock, 3, 4, and 5, and she enters the space with the Barghast Hound, and we're going to have a combat, a fight. All right, the next step in her turn is to fight any minions that might be in the space, and we have one. Lucy has a combat value of 2. She gains +1 for her upgrade, which is +1 to combat. She also gains +3 for her enchanted pistol, so she's going to be rolling 6 dice. The Barghast Hound has 4 fight dice with 2 health, so he's going to be rolling 4 dice. All right. So we're going to see if Lucy can take out this Barghast Hound. She needs 2 successes with her dice. Okay, here's the roll. All right, and she's done it. She has actually 3 hits. 2 5s and a 6. The Barghast Hound has done 2 hits to her. So let's see if we've got some cards that we can play. Well, we don't have any cards to play, but Lucy has her lucky ability. Once per fight round, you can force her opponent to re-roll one of its fight dice, and that's what we're going to do. So we are going to force them to re-roll one of their 6s and maybe not get a hit. So here's the re-roll, and we're successful. So that means Lucy is going to take 1 wound. The Barghast Hound is killed. It's going to earn her a total of 4 investigation as a reward. Currently, Lucy has 3 health boxes. Currently, her 2 original plus 1 from her upgrade. Now there's a special ability in the Barghast Hound, and it's called Relentless Hunting. When defeated, roll a d6. On a roll of 4+, the hero must place the Barghast Hound back into play in any empty named space on the board. So we're going to make a roll, and hopefully we do not roll a 4+. Here is the roll. And she did. She rolled a 4. So that Barghast Hound is going to have to come back in a named space, an empty named space on the board. All right, we'll have to figure out where we want to put it. Well, I think we are going to place it at the lighthouse. I'm sorry, at the shipwreck. That seems to be the farthest space away from us for the moment. Possibly the Smuggler's Cove might be a better bet. I think we'll do that. I'll place it at the Smuggler's Cove. We'll do it that way. All right, so Lucy was successful. Now she can encounter the space. Now we're in the coast board, so we have to draw a village encounter card before we can encounter the space. So we'll take care of that next. And Lucy draws a great card. She's got Founder's Journal, Village Encounter Item Book. Counts as a coastal town item, +1 to honor, spirit, and cunning, and it can be discarded to cancel and redraw any card just drawn. That is a very powerful card. We'll give that to Lucy Hanbrook. And now Lucy can encounter the space. At the widow's cottage, we can either heal a wound or cure a curse on a roll of 5 or 6. So let's try that. 1 in 3 chance, and it would be great to cure this curse. Here is the roll. And she rolled a 2, unfortunately, so that is a failure. And I think that's going to bring Lucy's turn to a close. We'll move on to Anne-Marie. All right, Anne-Marie is on the road space to the west of the windmill. She has a cavalry horse giving her +1 to combat and +1 to movement. So let's see what happens. We'll have her roll for move. She rolls a 3, so that'll be modified to a 4. She has 4 movement points. And I think she's going to move to the manor. Right now she has an Old Woods card. That's the cavalry horse. So we'll have her move to the manor. Maybe we can pick up an item there before we start battling either the Haunted or the Barghast Hound. 1, 2, and 3 to the manor. And then she's going to do an encounter there. All right, we'll draw a encounter from the manor. And I'm hoping to get a book that helps her in combat. She draws the card Debt of Honor, Investigation Debt. With a heavy heart and a cold shiver, you set out into the foggy night to make good on your word. No more will die this night. Make an Honor 3+ test and gain 2 investigation for every 3+ rolled. Keep this card. Anytime a town elder would be killed, you must take D3 wounds instead to prevent it. Discard this card if you are ever KO'd or if the shadow track crosses into a new stage. Okay, so she's going to be making an Honor 3+ test. Her honor is a 3. It'll give her 3 dice for the test. And we'll see what happens. All right, this is a great opportunity for us to earn some investigation. Here's the roll. And she's done 2 successes, so that is going to earn her a total of 4 investigation. That is awesome. So we're going to hang on to that card, that Debt of Honor card, and we'll keep that until either we're KO'd or the shadow track moves into another stage. And she is carrying 1 wound, so we might do a heal action here. I'll see. I hate to spend the investigation. It's kind of expensive to heal beyond the doctor's office, but I think we'll do it. So we'll pay the 3 investigation and heal the wound that she has, and that'll at least keep her fresh. That'll move her down to 2 investigation, and I think her turn will end there. See, I'm always worried about if we have too many wounds and we end up getting KO'd. If we don't have a lot of investigation tokens, then we start losing items, and it's so hard to acquire them. I don't want to give them away for nothing, so I try to always keep up on that, on the wounds of these characters to give them as much flexibility in combat as possible. Okay, we'll move on to Heinrich Cartwright. He is at the monastery. All right, Heinrich is at the monastery. Here is his roll. He rolls a 5. He's got 5 movement points. And let's see what we want to do with Heinrich. And I think Heinrich is going to confront that Barghast Hound. He's going to move 1, 2, 3, 4 into its space, and we're going to combat that thing. All right, Heinrich has a combat value of 2. Now, we have some event cards we can play, but we're going to start out with these. You can always play the events after the fact. Barghast Hound is going to have a combat value of 4, and it has 2 health. So that'll be the dice pool for the round 1 of the combat. So we'll make the roll for combat round 1 and see what happens. All right, the Barghast Hound has done 1 hit to Heinrich. He has done no hits. So I think we're going to play an event card, and I'm going to play Spirited Attack. Play on any hero, including yourself. It allows them to add spirit to their combat. Heinrich has a spirit of 4, so he'll be able to roll 4 additional dice for this first round of combat, and we'll see what happens. It might be enough to take this thing out. Let's try it. Okay, here's the 4 extra dice for the Spirited Attack. And he's managed to get 1 more hit. He's got 1 hit. So right now it's a hit apiece. Let's see if we can play any other cards. I think we're going to play this card, Aggressive Combat. Give any hero or villain +2 combat for 1 fight round. So that'll allow us to roll an additional 2 dice. If we can get 1 more hit, we'll kill this thing without any further ado. So here is the roll. He's done it. He's got a 6, so 2 hits on the Barghast Hound is going to kill it. Heinrich is going to take 1 wound due to the attack from the Barghast Hound, and he's going to earn 4 investigation for killing it. That is awesome. Okay, that moves Heinrich up to 5 investigation, and now we have to determine the fate of the Barghast Hound. It has that relentless hunting ability. We need to roll a die and hopefully don't roll 4 or greater. Here's the roll. We rolled a 3, so the Barghast Hound is permanently removed. That is awesome. And so that's going to bring Heinrich's turn to a close, and we'll have to move on now to the mystery phase. All right, the mystery phase begins by us placing a dread token in the shadows and making a roll. We need to get a 5 or 6 to prevent us from having to draw an encounter. Okay, here is the roll. We rolled a 5, so we are safe. We don't have to draw an encounter card. That is awesome. All right, now the next step is the minions on the board will move, and the Barghast Hounds will move 2 spaces towards the nearest investigators. So this Barghast Hound will take the shortest path towards Anne-Marie. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's going to go through the town. They'll be in the church now. And then the Barghast Hound at the Smuggler's Cove. Let's see how many spaces that is from the target, which is Lucy. 1, 2, 3. I don't think we're going to get any closer than that. So it's going to move towards Lucy using the shipwreck and the icy waters. Now, minions never pay these costs for movement. Only the heroes do. So it's always adjacency is the key to moving the minions. All right, next up is our cooperative mystery phase chart roll, 2d6. And Harlow Morgan is resolving this. He rolls Snake Eyes. Oh no, that doesn't sound good. Let's see what it says. Surprise showdown. You have stumbled into the villain's lair. Too late to turn back now. It knows you're here. Immediately draw a lair card and move every hero to that space. A showdown with the villain has begun. All heroes take part, but do not pay any investigation. No town elder hunting party is formed, and heroes may not use their character abilities during the first showdown fight round. The card effect on the layer card is used. If rolled in the competitive game, the result only affects the current first player. All right, we're not really prepared for this, but we have no option. So we're going to draw a layer card and see where this is going to take place. This will happen in the fields. And that says, if the villain is the Scarecrow, your fight dice require rolls of 6 to hit during the first showdown fight round. Okay, so that isn't the case. So we're all going to be congregating at the fields. All right, everyone has arrived at the fields. Now, we can't have any hunting party formed, but Reverend Harding is an ally right now. He is an ally of Harlow Morgan, so Harlow Morgan will be controlling him during this showdown. And unfortunately, the heroes cannot use their character abilities during the first showdown fight round. That's unfortunate. Our combat order is going to be first player, which is Harlow Morgan, Lucy Hanbrook, Anne-Marie, and finally Heinrich Cartwright. Now we can escape from this after the first round. We don't have to stay and fight this out, so we'll see what happens. Now right now the Spectral Horseman has a combat value of 5. And he can gain extra combat with his Deadly Spectre ability, depending upon the spirit values of the characters. So that could form a problem for us. We'll begin the first round with Harlow Morgan. Harlow has a combat value of 1. He gains +2 combat because of Reverend Harding being there, and Reverend Harding's ability is +2 fight dice in any versus any ghost. So we're up to 3 here at least. And unfortunately the Spectral Horseman now is going to be rolling a total of 5 dice. Now one of those dice has to be played against an ally that you have. In this case, Reverend Harding will have to be targeted. I'm going to double check that real quick. I've double checked that, and it specifically says that it must place one die against a member of an elder in a hunting party. Now in this case, Reverend Harding is not in a hunting party. He's an ally. So they don't have to do that. So all 5 dice will be their standard attack dice. And here is the first round of combat against Harlow Morgan and Reverend Harding. Here's the roll. All right, we've done 2 hits. We've got 2 hits against the Spectral Horseman. He has done a total of 2 hits as well. All right, and I don't know if we can mitigate any of this. I do have a teamwork card. It says gain +2 fight dice for each other hero in your space for a single attack, or play to prevent up to 3 hits to any other hero or town elder in your space, including town elders in your hunting party. So we could use that offensively or defensively. Now we have to do a total of, right now the health of the Spectral Horseman is 32, and it has 2 + 2 health boxes. So 36 is his target number to defeat him. We've only done 2 hits so far. And I think we'll use that card to prevent 3 hits to other hero. Play to prevent up to 3 hits to any other hero or town elder in your space, including town elders in your hunting party. So we'll use it for that purpose. That'll knock out the 2 hits that the horseman has done, and he's going to take a total of 2 damage. So we'll mark him accordingly. So we'll mark him with 2 wounds. That's going to bring Harlow Morgan's turn to a close in this fight round, and then we'll move on to Lucy Hanbrook. All right, Lucy is going to gain a total of 2 attack dice for her normal ability. She gains 1 for her upgrade, and she's going to gain 3 for the pistol. So that's a total of 6. Now I forgot about that spirit. We have to check that real quick. Deadly Secrets. The Spectral Horseman is +1 combat against a hero with Spirit 3, +2 against a hero with Spirit 2, and +3 with a Spirit of 1. Now Harlow Morgan has the ability to use the spirit value of Reverend Harding. So Reverend Harding had a 6. That was no problem. Lucy has a spirit of 3 +1 for her Founder's Journal. She's fine. She's at 4. So that means that the Spectral Horseman is going to have 5 attack dice. We'll roll those and see what happens. We can't withdraw until after we have at least 1 fight round. So we'll see what happens with this. All right. Lucy has done a total of 2 hits. Spectral Horseman has done 3. Yep, that is what we have. I don't have any event cards left. Let's see what we've got here. I don't think there's any cards that we've got that we can use. I'm going to take a quick look through all of these, though. No, I don't. So that means that the Spectral Horseman is going to take 2 wounds, but Lucy is going to unfortunately be KO'd. That is unfortunate. There's nothing I can do about it. She already had 1 wound, and the other 3 will use up the rest of her boxes. We'll place 2 more hits on the Spectral Horseman. It puts him up to 4. And now we move on to Anne-Marie. Now I did this a little out of sequence, but what I would have done at the start of the showdown round, I would have given this Book of Life from Harlow Morgan and given that to Anne-Marie. So I'm going to do that. I know it's a little out of sequence, but I'm going to give it to her. She gains +2 fight dice from books. So that's going to bring her combat value up to a 4 right now. 2 + 2 for the book. And she gets also 1 for the cavalry horse. So that's a total of 5, and the Spectral Horseman will also be rolling 5. We'll check Anne-Marie's spirit. She's at a 4, so no problems there. So we'll roll these dice for the round against Anne-Marie and the Spectral Horseman. Let's see what happens. All right, she has done 3 hits to the Spectral Horseman. That is pretty good. Spectral Horseman has done only 1 hit to her. That is great. So we're going to mark the Spectral Horseman with another 3 wounds. That's going to move him up to 7. So we'll mark him with a total of 7. 5, 6, 7. And she's going to gain 1 wound. That's her first wound. And that's going to bring her round to a close. Okay, now we'll move on to Heinrich Cartwright. Heinrich only has a combat value of 2, unfortunately, at this point. So that's only going to give him 2 dice. Spectral Horseman has a total of 5, and we'll check his spirit level. Heinrich has a spirit of 4, so no extra dice for the Spectral Horseman. And we'll roll this and see what happens. Here's the roll. All right, Heinrich has done 1 hit, and the Spectral Horseman has done a hit. So we're going to mark each of them accordingly. This will be the first of 5 wound boxes taken up for Heinrich. He has his regular 4 plus 1 from the Moonstone Talisman. And that Moonstone Talisman says, you may cancel the first hit done to you each fight round by a beast. So that won't work. He's not a beast. Okay, so he's going to take a wound, and the Spectral Horseman will take a wound. He's up to 8. That brings that first round to a close, and I think we would probably have to withdraw at this point. I'll see. Yeah, I think without Lucy, I don't think we'd have much of a chance of actually winning this. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to use the escape rules. And the party is going to escape to a adjacent space, and that will end the showdown. Lucy now has been carted off to the town hall where she's going to recover. Now we have to make a roll for Lucy to see how much investigation or items that she has to lose. So we'll take care of that right now. She has to surrender 3, so she's going to lose 3 investigation. And we'll put those into the supply. And now our heroes are going to exercise escape. And that reads, at the start of each fight round after the first, the hero may choose to continue to fight or escape. If the fight continues, proceed with another fight round. If they choose to escape, they must immediately move to an adjacent space that does not contain an enemy, and their turn immediately ends. If there are no adjacent spaces, you cannot escape, and you must finish the fight. So I think they're going to escape to this road space towards the windmill. So all of them have escaped to the road space to the east towards the windmill, and that is going to bring that showdown to a close. And that was a function of the cooperative mystery phase roll. All right. Now for the time being, the Spectral Horseman has 8 wounds on him. Now he is going to be healing those wounds during the mystery phase, but during this turn, he's missed that opportunity because that happens prior to the cooperative mystery phase roll. He's going to end up healing D3 wounds per turn, and I think that's correct. I'm going to check that in the cooperative rules to make sure. Yes, he will heal D3 wounds at the start of every mystery phase. So that's going to complete the co-op mystery phase chart roll. Now we have to draw a mystery card. And we've drawn the card Spread of Evil Mystery. Roll once on the minion chart and work out the result. If a minion is rolled, place that minion at 2 extra locations as well. And the flavor text is, they're everywhere. Okay. So we're going to make a roll on the minion chart. It's a 2d6 roll, and see what the result is. Result is a 3, and that's Spiked Skull. It's an event. Place a spiked skull marker on the board at a random location. All heroes in the same and adjacent spaces to a spiked skull are considered to be -1 spirit. Okay, we're going to draw a layer card and see where that spiked skull is going to come out. And that is going to be at Smuggler's Cove. So we will place one there. So we've already got a spiked skull at the stone bridge. Now we've got one at Smuggler's Cove. All right. All right, that's going to bring that round to a close. We'll move our first player marker from Harlow Morgan to Lucy Hanbrook. Now, Lucy Hanbrook is KO'd, so we'll have to advance that one more investigator, so that means it's going to go to Anne Marie. She will be our first player for the next round. Okay, Anne Marie will be starting the next round. We'll have her roll for move. She has the cavalry horse, +1 to move. She rolls a 3, so that is modified to a 4. She has 4 movement points. And let's see what we want to do here. She currently has 1 wound on her, so I don't know. I'd like to gain that investigation that is there at the windmill, but it has that haunted token there. Now, how that works is when we move through that space or into that space, we have to make a die roll. On a 1 or 2, I believe the haunted space activates and we have to draw a haunting card and fight that creature. Yes, that is the case. Whenever you move into that space or through it, you got to roll a die, and on a 1 or 2, it attacks you. So I think what we'll do is we'll try it. Anne Marie is going to move 1 space into the windmill. We'll have to make a roll to see if the haunting activates. That'll happen on a 1 or 2. And of course she rolled a 1, so we have to draw a haunting card and then we have to combat that thing. And that haunting is the Heretic. Ghost, lost, sunken 7, 5 fight dice, 5 wounds. You must use spirit to fight. If defeated, take any item out of any discard pile and gain 5 investigation. That is awesome. That's a tough opponent though. All right, Anne Marie has a spirit level of 4, so that would entitle her to 4 combat dice. The Heretic has a combat level of 5, so it will have 5 dice. And I guess all we can do, we have to fight the first round, and we'll just see if she can survive this. And if so, we can decide if we want to escape or not. Okay, here is the roll. Okay, I got 1 cocked die there. All right, well, unfortunately, Anne Marie did 1 hit. It did 2 to her. Whoops, that was a 6. Yep, 2 hits. So that is going to KO her, but she does have the Book of Life. She can discard to fully heal except during a fight round, so that will not work. So that's what's going to happen. The Heretic is now going to be replaced with its token. It stays in that space once it is revealed. So we're going to replace that haunted token with the Heretic token. I believe that's how it works. I'm going to double check that. And yes, that is correct. So the haunted marker is going to be removed and we replace that with the correct marker for the Heretic. Anne Marie is unfortunately KO'd. And I'm going to get that token out for the Heretic. So that space is now haunted by the Heretic. Anne Marie is moved back to the town hall, and now we have to make a roll to see how much investigation she has to surrender. And hopefully it's a low roll. She has 2 investigation currently. And of course she rolled a 6. What else would it be? She'll have to surrender 2 investigation, and the other items that she has to surrender is going to be her cavalry horse and the Book of Life. Oh, that's an absolute disaster. All right. And yeah, that's the problem about not having reserve investigation. If you roll high on these, you end up losing items, and good luck trying to get them back. Okay, that's going to end her turn, and we'll move on to Heinrich Cartwright. Okay, Heinrich Cartwright is up next, and he is going to roll for movement. Rolls a 4. Okay, 4 movement points. He currently has a card from the Forgotten Island. He does not have one from the manor yet, so I think we'll move him back to the manor. He'll move 1, 2, and 3 to the manor, and we'll see what's happening at the manor. Okay, Heinrich is reached the manor, and we'll have him draw a manor card. He draws the card Poltergeist, Minion Ghost. 4 fight dice with 2 wounds. You must use Spirit to fight. Poltergeist can only be hit on a roll of 6 instead of the normal 5 or 6. If defeated, gain 6 investigation. All right, well, we have no choice in the matter. Fortunately, Heinrich has a spirit value of 4, so he can roll 4 dice for this combat. We'll get 4 dice out for him. And the Poltergeist will also have 4 dice. And we'll give them 4. So we'll see what happens with this. Now, we only hit on 6s, unfortunately, so that's not so good. So we will get the dice tray out and see what happens. Okay. All right, I'm going to have to change my camera a little bit. Okay, this is going to be fight round 1 against the Poltergeist. Okay, here is the roll. We only hit on 6s. Okay, I got a cocked die in there. And we've done no hits. It's done 2 to us. So I think we're going to have to withdraw. So I think what we'll do is Heinrich is going to take the 2 hits. That'll move his wounds up to 3 of 5, and he's going to escape to the road to the east, I think going towards the fields, and then that Poltergeist card is removed. So he'll escape to the road here, and that's going to bring his turn to a close. Now Harlow Morgan is up. And I think Harlow Morgan and his ally, Reverend Harding, will make a roll for movement. Roll a 4, and I think he's going to join, well, move towards the manor anyway. 1, 2, 3. And we'll have them go to the manor and take a encounter at the manor. Harlow's encounter is beyond the lighted gate. Danger void. Now it comes to it. The gaping void stands before you, shimmering with a cold hunger. If you enter the void, gain 2 +1 honor markers and remove your figure from the board. At the start of each mystery phase, roll 2d6. If you roll equal to or under your honor, gain 5 investigation. If you roll over, take d3 wounds. We're not going to do that. That is optional. It says if you enter the void. We will not do that. So that's going to bring Harlow Morgan's turn to a close. And we'll move on now to Lucy Hanbrook. Lucy is KO'd. So there's nothing we can do with her. We'll move on to the mystery phase. So our first player is Anne Marie. Now she is already KO'd, so that we have to move that first player marker now to Heinrich Cartwright. He will be the first player, and he'll be resolving these actions. We have to start by adding a dread token and making a die roll. Right now there's 5 dread tokens, so the only thing that'll save us from resolving an encounter is a roll of a 6. And we've got it. We rolled a 6. That's amazing. So we don't have to resolve an encounter this turn. That is great. Now the minions on the board will move. So the Barghast Hound is going to move from the church, stalking Harlow Morgan and Reverend Harding. And the Barghast Hound at the Icy Waters will move 2 spaces, trying to get to the nearest hero, but they're quite a ways away, so that moves to that crossroads area going towards the Echo Lake board. Okay, next step is KO'd Heroes Revive. So Lucy and Anne Marie will revive at the town hall. They're going to be fully healed now. Okay. Now the Spectral Horseman can heal. He's going to heal D3 wounds. He's got 8 of them from that showdown we had. And of course he heals 3, so he will heal 3 wounds. He's still got 5 on him for the moment. And now we have to make our cooperative mystery phase roll. Here's the roll. Roll is an 8, and let's see what that is. That is murder, murder. Draw a random location and place 3 investigation there, moving the shadow track 1 step to darkness. This counts as the mystery murder had been played for villain abilities. Okay, let's get a layer card and find out where this is happening. That is going to occur at the town square, and that's in the coast board. Okay. So 3 investigation will come out on the town square, and the Spectral Horseman is going to do his endless ride from there. So he appears at the town square, and he'll make his ride. Fortunately for us, he will not impact any of the heroes along the way. He will reach the town hall in Shadowbrook and then disappear. So that worked out pretty well for us. Incidentally, I forgot at the beginning of the phase, Lucy Hanbrook should have taken an additional transformation token. That'll be her second on the Curse of the Werewolf. So we give Lucy her second transformation token. If she gets 2 more of those, then she becomes a werewolf hero. And now we resolve the mystery card draw, and it's murder. Mystery death. The villain is struck again. Place 3 investigation on the board at a random location and move the shadow track another step closer to darkness. So the shadow track moves 1 step from the last murder we had, and now once again we're down to 8. The villain is going to gain a +1 combat marker, and we have to move the rider's skull to a new location. The rider's skull will move to the monastery, so we'll place it there. Now we have to draw a card to find out where the murder location is happening, and this time it is at the doctor's office. So we'll place 3 investigation at the doctor's office, and he's going to commence his ride from there, and he won't impact anybody because he disappears when he gets to the town hall. So no more trouble with that. And now one other thing will happen, and that is this Debt of Honor from Anne Marie. Whenever that we move into a new stage of the shadow track, we can discard this, so we no longer have to worry about that. Another thing that will happen as we moved into a new stage is Reverend Harding is going to go back to his original position off board. He can be purchased by anyone at a cost of 4 investigation, and his Hero of the People ability will be assigned to that individual, but he's leaving Harlow Morgan for the moment. And so that's going to bring that round to a close. Heinrich Cartwright is the first player, and he's going to maintain that because it moved from Anne Marie to him when she was KO'd at the town hall. So he will remain as the next first player for this coming turn. He's currently at the road space to the east of the manor. All right, Heinrich Cartwright is up. He's carrying 3 wounds out of 5 health boxes, so I can't go through the... I'd like to get to the doctor's office to heal those, but we can't go through that Barghast Hound without having to combat him. So I think we'll try to take the other way around, and we'll risk an encounter with that heretic. Here's his roll for movement. He rolls a 2. That's not enough movement to get there. So, what do we do? Well, he's got 5 investigation. That would only allow him to heal 1 wound at that rate. So our choices are either move to the manor, and we'll probably get attacked by that Barghast Hound in the future, or we move closer towards the windmill. I think I'll move him to the windmill. 1, 2, or towards the windmill. He'll move 2 there, and that will bring his turn to a close. And we'll move on now to Harlow Morgan himself. All right, Harlow is at the manor. He will begin the turn by gaining 1 investigation for his genius ability. And he'll make a roll for movement. He rolls a 1. Okay, he's got 1 movement point. It's going to allow him to draw an event card. And he draws the card, if I could just reach... Take an item out of any discard pile. Well, I'll tell you something. Maybe we can use that right now, and I'll go after that Barghast Hound. Let's do that. Well, we're going to use that card, and we're going to take a card out of a discard pile, and we're going to reclaim that cross card from the manor. And that says all vampire, ghost, and demon enemies are -1 fight dice. And we can discard it to prevent a wound to any hero or elder in our space. So we'll take that card, giving that to Harlow Morgan. And he's going to use his one movement point. He's going to attack that Barghast Hound. We're going to try it. We've got to do something. And actually, I don't know if that's a good idea. I guess it is. We'll have to try it. So in this case, the Barghast Hound is a ghost. So he'll be at one less of his combat dice and then normal. Unfortunately, Harlow Morgan is only one combat. So I don't know if this is such a good idea or not. Oh boy, maybe we're better off staying at the manor and just risking a lingering roll. I think I'll do that. Maybe we can find something at the manor. We'll stay at the manor and we'll make the lingering roll now and see if we have to fight something. On a roll of 1, we're caught lingering. Okay, we rolled a 4, so we're not lingering, at least having to fight a minion. We'll draw a manor card and see what happens. And he draws the card, Book of Medicine, Item, Book, Science. At the end of each of your turns, you may choose one hero in your space, including yourself, to make a Cunning 5+ test. For each roll of a 5 or 6, heal a wound. This may also be used at the start of each shadow fight round, or showdown fight round, rather. So that's a good card. We'll take it. And that's going to bring his turn to a close, and we'll move on to Lucy Hanbrook. She's at the town hall. If she can generate enough movement, we're going to have her attack that Barghast Hound that's stalking Harlow Morgan. Okay, here's her movement roll. Now, she still has the horse, so that's good. That'll give her +1 to move. She rolls a 3, and that's modified to a 4. So that is enough movement to get there, and I think she'll do it. 1, 2, 3. She's going to attack that Barghast Hound. Now, she has a combat value of 2. That's her base combat value. She gains 1 for her upgrade and 3 for the enchanted pistol. This creature is going to fight with 4 combat dice, the Barghast Hound. So that is our combat pool for this fight. And we'll see what happens. Here's the first round of combat. We got to get this thing out of here. Okay, here's her roll. All right, she's done it. She's got the 2 hits. She's got 2 hits, and that will be enough to take that thing out. Now, she has a special ability called Lucky. Once per fight round, she can force the opponent to re-roll one of its dice. It has 1 hit currently. So we're going to force that thing to re-roll that die. Let's get rid of those. And we're going to force it to re-roll that die. Okay, here's its re-roll. And it still has the hit. Okay, that's fine. We've killed the Barghast Hound. She's going to gain 4 investigation for that. She'll take 1 wound. And that puts her up to 1 of 3 of her health boxes. We'll give her 4 investigation, moving her up to 5. Now we got to roll for the Barghast Hound. And if we can roll less than a 4, that thing will be removed from the board. Otherwise, it'll appear somewhere else. And I rolled a 6. So we have to place it somewhere on any named empty location. I guess we're going to place it on the shipwreck and the coast board. Keep it away from us. And that's going to end Lucy's turn. And now Anne-Marie is up. She is at the town hall. She has no equipment. She's fully healed, but she was wiped out during that last attack. So we'll have her roll for move. She rolls a 2. I'm going to have her move to the doctor's office. She can gain the 3 investigation there, and then she's going to encounter the space, and she can draw an event card. And she gains the event Entourage. Play immediately. Play this card on any hero to give them an extra health box. Remains in play. I'm sorry, it's Endurance. Endurance. And I guess, let's see here. Who would be a good person to play that on? Lucy Hanbrook has 3 health boxes. I think we'll play it on her. That'll give her an extra health box. So we'll do it that way. And that is going to bring the turn to a close, and we'll move on to the mystery phase. Okay, we begin by placing another dread token in the shadows. Now that's 6 of them, so we absolutely are going to have to draw an encounter card. We can't roll any more than a 6 with 1 die. So these tokens are removed, and then we have to resolve an epic encounter. And that card is revealed to be Crossing the Bridge, Epic Encounter. It now costs the heroes 2 spaces of movement to enter the covered bridge space. Any hero encountering the covered bridge space gains 2 investigation. While on the covered bridge, the Spectral Horseman gains +2 combat. Okay, we're going to place that card near the covered bridge, and unless we can cancel it, that will be active during the game. All right, now the minions will move. So the Barghast Hound is going to move 2 spaces along the road, and the one at the shipwreck is going to move to the beach. Okay, so they're stalking us once again. Now the Spectral Horseman can heal. He gets a D3 of healing each round. And he rolled a 3, so he's down to just 2 wounds now. And now we have to resolve our cooperative mystery chart roll. Here's the roll. Roll is a 4. And that time it is lies and deceit. Roll a D6. Any town elder with honor equal to or less than the roll gains a secret. If any elder has 3 or more, they have to be revealed immediately. So we need a low roll here. I always roll high when I get this. I wouldn't be surprised if we get a 6. Here's the roll. Well, we rolled a 2 that time. So each hero that has honor 2 or less is going to gain an extra secret. Let's take a look at those. So that means that Lady Hanbrook, Dr. Manning, and Mayor Carver are each going to gain an extra secret card, and Mayor Carver now has 3, so we're going to have to reveal his secrets. Okay, we'll take a look at Mayor Carver's secrets, and we're hoping that none of these are evil secrets. Let's see what happens. We have inner strength, secret pure. A fire burns in the heart of this town elder. With a warrior's spirit and a hero's courage, they are a natural leader and a powerful ally. During the showdown, he gains +2 fight dice as well as the town elder's normal special ability. All right, let's see the second one. That is on the hunt. Reveal immediately. Place the marker for this town elder on the board in any named space, your choice. While in the space, as this town elder, a hero can add the elder's spirit, cunning, and or honor to his own. Anytime the shadow track crosses to a new stage, we move him to a new random location. Okay, here's the third one. And this one is knows too much. Always one step ahead when it comes to solving mysteries and finding clues. The town elder lacks only the common sense to stay out of trouble. Frankly, it is amazing they have lasted this long in life. When revealed, the town elder is immediately killed in a most horrible and gruesome way. This may not be prevented. The hero that revealed this secret gains D6 investigation and may draw 2 event cards. If revealed in the cooperative and team play as a part of a hunting party, instead each hero in the space gains D3 investigation and can draw 1 event. Okay, so unfortunately Mayor Carver has been killed. That's going to raise the shadow track by 2, moving it from 8 to 6. And now the hero that revealed the secret, in this case it's the first player, and that is Heinrich Cartwright, is going to gain D6 investigation and 2 event cards. So let's draw roll a D6. He gains 5 investigation. That's going to give him a total of 10. And now we can draw 2 event cards. His first event is Painful Truth. Play on any hero to prevent them from moving this turn. They must roll for lingering as normal. The hero gains D6 investigation. Flavor text is, I'm sorry. Then we have Battle Fury. Play to allow any hero, including yourself, to re-roll any number of their fight dice just rolled. This is your end, Abomination. Okay, so those will be added to our totals, but unfortunately we've lost Mayor Carver. He is killed, and he's removed from the game. And now we have to draw and resolve a mystery card. And we draw the mystery card, They Brought This Evil. Mystery Hysteria. Every hero in a named space must roll a number of dice equal to their honor. For every 5 or 6 rolled, they gain 1 investigation. For every 1 or 2 rolled, they take a wound or discard an item or ally. Move the shadow track 1 step closer to darkness. Shadow track is now at 5. We're almost in the final stage, which is not good. We're running out of time. All right, I'm going to make these rolls off camera, and we're going to be rolling for Harlow Morgan at the Manor, Anne Marie at the doctor's office, and that's it. The other 2 are on road spaces. I'll make those rolls and I'll let you know what happens. And it ended up Anne Marie gained 2 investigation with no wounds. Harlow Morgan gained 2 investigation but took 1 wound. And that's going to bring this round to a close. And that's going to bring the round to a close. We'll move our first player marker to Harlow Morgan. And I think we're going to end the video here. We're approaching an hour already. And we'll regroup for a 4th episode. Now, unfortunately, the shadow track is at 5. So we don't have a lot of weapons. So I would need to really try to acquire some weapons quickly and then try to get a layer card and bring this creature to combat. Otherwise, we're going to run out of time. So I think we will pick that up with the next episode. Thank you so much for joining me at the Solo Gamers Club. I hope you're enjoying this playthrough with the epic version of the Spectral Horseman. I look forward to seeing you again next time on the channel. And in the meantime, this is Keith from the Solo Gamers Club, signing off and wishing everyone a pleasant evening. Good night.